Hello everybody and welcome to Morning Coffee Show with Aravind Mohan. It's a pleasure to meet you all again. So today is 16th August 2021. எப்பயும் போல today I have the Times of India newspaper in my hand. We look at what are the key happenings in major bulletins பார்க்கலாம். We'll deep dive into a few of these topics, whichever is critical. Let's see what is happening around the globe. Yeah, so let's get started right away. இன்னைக்கு major updates என்னெல்லாம் பார்க்க போகிறோம்னா first situation in Afghanistan. நேற்றுக்கே we spoke a lot about it. என்ன சுச்சுவேஷன்லாம் பேசணும். இன்னைக்கு it has become even more critical. So என்ன ஆச்சு, what happened there, what are the recent updates அது பார்க்கலாம். Second, நேற்றுக்கு Independence Day speech from our honorable Prime Minister. So what is the key message, what are the takeaways, நம்மளோட விஷன் என்னவா இருக்க போகிறது. So we'll also talk a little bit about this. Business sideல Ola Electric and PayTM, they've already hit the news board, so we look at what are the key updates also there. So நேற்றுக்கு Afghanistan we told you they're inching closer to Kabul, the capital. Today, well, நேற்றுக்கு சொல்லும்போதே சொன்னோம், it could be matter of days, it could be matter of weeks and சொல்லிடணும், but it is all proven even more wrong. It is now done even more faster. It was matter of days, and we never imagined that Afghanistan will be in such a state few weeks or few months back. So yesterday what happened is Taliban has marched directly into the capital. They took over from all around the capital, so it made them an easy access. In fact, what they call this as swift and seemingly bloodless takeover. And when the capital city is taken over by in such a circumstance, and when you know that the president has already fled the country. Yeah, you heard it right. The president Ashraf Ghani has already fled to Tajikistan. So once this is the situation, we know what happens next. Yeah, so Taliban is in control. So now Taliban has already declared that Mullah Abdul Ghani Baradar, so he would be the president of the Islamic Emirate State of Afghanistan moving forward. Now, this is not something that rest of the countries ever dreamt of. Yeah. No, as always, let's start with the feelings of people of that country. People of this country are now today they are living in total disbelief. ஒரு பயத்தில், lot of anxiety, fear. எல்லாம் வீட்டுக்குள்ளேயே இருக்காங்க. They are all indoor. They are totally uncertain. They don't know what is going to happen next. Their freedom might be lost. The way they live, the rules and regulations of the country, எல்லாமே மாறப்படும். Everything will be new for them. Everything will be challenging. Now, people are living in a total disbelief. அவங்களால இது நம்பவே முடியல இப்படி சுச்சுவேஷன் வந்துட்டோன்னு. And in general, people of this country, they blame people all over the globe. They said that nobody stood for them, nobody represented them. Be it the government of Afghanistan, be it the Taliban, or be it other countries, whoever tries to support. யாருமே அவங்கள ரெப்ரசன்ட் பண்ணல. They felt left alone, they felt abandoned. எங்களை எல்லாரும் கை விட்டுட்டாங்க. This is their simple emotion, simple feeling with which they live, which is very, very, very painful for us. But this is the reality, so let's see how politics shapes over the next few weeks and months. However, we also look at people of, Indian citizens who are currently there in Afghanistan as expats or as diplomats. So India has already planned to complete the complete evacuation in the next 48 hours. So this is the commitment that the government of India has already given. In fact, in a situation, usually it is Air India that comes for our rescue, right? We have also seen this in the past. But the biggest problem is the airport in Kabul. They say that it is all set on fire, it is torched. In fact, runway might not even be usable upcoming days, so that could be the situation. In fact, Air India flight, when it tried to, this rescue operation, Air India is the only flight that flies between Kabul and India. The ATC approval to come into the runway, so it was hovering around in a very, very risky airspace of Afghanistan for hours together. Then finally they were able to make it. Even Emirates also had the same condition. They had to return back to Dubai. So now the biggest priority is to bring back people to safe places. The same is done also by United States of America. They have already given the direction that they are working to bring people to a safe home. In fact, they even say that probably airport is not a safe place, so they're looking at an alternate safe shelter to have their people. Okay. Yesterday also in the news we spoke a lot about the sensitive information where it was more of a contingency. Now contingency has to be done, so it's no more a risk, it has already happened. So they have already ensured that all the sensitive information that is there with the United States Embassy in Afghanistan is already destroyed, shredded, ensured that it doesn't reach wrong hands for the wrong reason. So this is already taken care. Now their focus is on ensuring the rescue of their people. Situation is kind of very tense around. In fact, even inside United States, the climate is not really good. There is a huge blame game between the Joe Biden government and Donald Trump government. So they point fingers at each other to find out what could be the reason for this. But whatever be the blame game, end of the day, it is a reality as put in this newspaper. The image of United States in front of the globe has actually been impacted because of this. Yeah. Some say this looks like a deja vu moment, more or less. It rings a bell of என்ன ஆச்சு பாஸ்டில் 1975 வியட்நாம் வாரில் இதே சுச்சுவேஷன் ஆல்சோ தேர் ஏபிள் டு ரிலேட். எப்படியா இருந்தாலும் யுனைடெட் ஸ்டேட்ஸோட இமேஜ் குளோபல் ஃப்ரண்ட்டில் நிறைய விதத்தில் இதனால் அஃபெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. சம் கண்ட்ரிஸ் ஈவன் பிளேம் யுனைடெட் ஸ்டேட்ஸ் ஃபார் திஸ். இப்படி ஆனதுக்கெல்லாம் காரணமே யூஎஸ் தான் நிறைய கண்ட்ரிஸ் கூட பிளேம் பண்ணுறது. If Taliban takes over Afghanistan and they start ruling that country, இப்போ Afghanistan complete Taliban rule பண்ண போகிறாங்கன்னா, what does this say of other countries? Maybe countries should also accept. அவங்களும் accept பண்ணணும், இவங்க தான் லீடர். Already Russia said until now they are not accepting. Other countries are also is not at least in favorable condition for today to accept. So we should wait and watch. மீதி countriesல என்ன பண்ண போகிறாங்க, what will be their standpoint is something that we should wait and watch. So that will be probably updates in the upcoming days. However, evacuation is the major progress of which people will focus on, and we pray for safety of the people in Afghanistan. All right, so now I would like to go to the next topic. Independence Day, as usual, now every year we have the speech of the Prime Minister for Independence Day. In this year's speech, it has been kind of the vision being set, and it is filled up with ray of hope. That's how I would like to put it forward. என்ன சொன்னாருன்னு பார்க்கலாம். I would like to read this out. I am not a fortune teller. I believe in action. I have faith in youth of my country. I trust the sisters of the country, the daughters of the country, the farmers of the country, and the professionals of the country. This is a can-do generation and can achieve any goal imaginable. இது கேட்கும் போதே நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய இன்ஸ்பைரிங்காக இருக்குது. திஸ் இஸ் த வேர்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் தி பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் ஆஃப் இந்தியா டு தி கண்ட்ரிஸ் டு சே, நான் உங்களை நம்புகிறேன், உங்களால் முடியும், இந்த ஜென்ரேஷன் சாதிப்பாங்க. திஸ் இஸ் தி ரே ஆஃப் ஹோப். அண்ட் that I would like to continue where they said, and so I say once again, this is the time, the right time, India's precious time. Now we are so this was on the 75th Independence Day, and from the speech that was given by the Honorable Prime Minister, it is clear that the next 25 years play a very, very vital role for our progress. And what we contribute to the next 25 years will define the stand of India for the generations to come. Yeah. Apart from it, there were also a lot of discussions about actions that has to be done internally by the government, by the cabinet, party member, by the government officials to ensure that all of these welfare schemes that was developed, so nariya and the schemes la irundhathu, which was also announced in the past la kodutha ellame vandu should reach the end citizen. ஒருத்தருக்கும் போய் சேரணும், அதுக்கு என்ன பாக்கி இருக்கோ அது செய்யணும், அதில் தான் ஃபோக்கஸ் இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது was also part of the message. Other threats என்னென்ன இருக்குது, we all know terrorism is a big threat for the country. China-wood expansionism is also a big threat. So இதெல்லாம் பற்றி கூட there were little bit of hints around what are the challenges. ஆனால் மேஜர் அப்டேட் என்னென்னா, இந்த generation can do, and we have the focus, we have the roadmap, we have the vision, and the Prime Minister wants us to start acting and start contributing. Very clear, message is clear. Alright, so this is with the national news. We look at a little bit of touch points on the business side for all electric vehicle enthusiasts. So finally the price of Ola e-scooter is now released, so we know what is the price now. The S1 is priced little less than 1 lakh, and the S1 Pro is priced at 1.3 lakhs. So there is an extensive article also about this here, which is very, very interesting. In fact, Ola Electric has come up with a roadmap where they say, 2023 kulla avanga vandu electric car fully green car. So by promising green car, I mean electric car. So 2023 kulla they have a clear plan to also launch the 4-wheeler. 2-wheeler மட்டும் இல்லை 4-wheeler பண்ணுவோன்னு they have this promise. So they have this roadmap. In fact அவங்க வந்து they have even gone one step higher. இன்னும் கூட தாண்டி they even say why not to abolish all petrol 2-wheelers in the next 4 years. ஏன்னா biggest challenge of electric vehicle is on the cost. So இப்போ வந்து they've also done a small summary of comparison. இப்போ electric scooter from Ola compare பண்ணணும்னா on the other hand Honda Activa and the scooters compare பண்ணுறப்போ where this is at 75,000 80,000 range, where electric vehicle falls at 1 lakh, so not a big difference. அதனால the co-founder of Ola, Bhavish Agarwal, has also put a proposal or a claim to say why not to abolish all petrol 2-wheeler in the next 4 years. Good thinking, but let's see how this will shape up, how are the next models, how the company performs in the upcoming days. Great and exciting news for all EV enthusiasts. Alright, so PayTM, after the recent success of Zomato in the IPO launch, so next in the line is PayTM. So this is the time where a lot of these Indian tech startups are listed one after the other. The success story is now rejoiced at a very high level throughout the globe. Everybody is now recognizing it. They are closely observing it. So PayTM is now heading for 2.2 billion IPO. Yeah, and in fact, with all of these startups, the major point with all the employees is also the ESOPs, the employee stock option. For the ESOPs as well, now they want to bring in some easy process, where they can probably liquidate it. For this also now அவங்க வந்து நிறையா ப்ராசஸ் கொண்டு வரணும்னு பார்க்குறாங்க. எம்ப்ளாயி யாரெல்லாம் ஸ்டாக் வச்சுருக்காங்களோ அவங்களெல்லாம் லிக்விடேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு வாட் எவர் ப்ராசஸ் இஸ் நீடட் அதையும் இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணுறது இப்போவே பிளான் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ PayTM is now equally ambitious. So let's see how this IPO kicks off. What is the response people will be respond பண்றாங்க பார்க்கலாம் on the IPO day. Alright, so இதை தவிர what are the other news with business is NSE has recorded over 50 lakh new investors since April. இப்போ நம்மளோட this is also something I noticed. நீங்கள் கூட உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் சர்க்கிள் நிறைய பேர் நீங்கள் கேள்விப்படலாம். உங்கள் ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸாக இருக்கலாம், உங்கள் பேரண்ட்ஸாக இருக்கலாம், நீங்களே கூட இருக்கலாம். Where you wouldn't have thought about stock market investing, where you would have probably relied on the conventional model in India, very popular debt investment like FD la போடுறதோ இல்லை ஒரு லேண்டோ. So we've been around with that investment pattern. ஆனால் இப்போ it is now changing. I heard it from my circles as well. So this is clearly reflected also in the newspaper. இப்போ வந்து people are now moving to trust on stock market. அதனால தான் இப்போ ஏப்ரல்லேருந்து பார்த்தா there are 50 lakh new investors. So 50 lakh new investors, it's a big news. அப்படின்னா people will now start putting their money into Indian companies. இப்போ இந்தியன் கம்பெனிக்கு பணம் போடும்போது என்னாகும், again the companies can now expand well. அவங்களுக்கு நிறைய ஃபண்ட் கிடைக்கும். They can now think of improving their research, improving their capabilities, and again it's a win-win situation. The company again benefits, the public again benefits, because the company that they invested adu grow adu, so they can make more money. So more or less the it's a long pending investment style change country la vandirukano. Now it is happy that it has happened. Yeah, so this is a good news to hear. Overall business side, a lot of things going to happen in the next upcoming days. International geopolitics la Afghanistan is a very, very crucial, critical topic. So let's see how that is going to progress. So thank you all for listening to my video. And until I see you again tomorrow in the morning coffee show. Thank you all. This is Aravind signing off. Have a nice day, folks. See you.